So from our last video, we introduced you to countries around Europe and Asia who can practically speak perfect English. Now we're going to look at Africa and Southern America to see where you can go without having to face language barrier. Top 3 countries in Africa. Number 1, Uganda. Uganda. Located in East Africa, this country is one of the poorest countries in the world, but they are really climbing out of the poverty. Fun fact of the day, do you know that English is actually their official language? Yes, you heard that right, and they also have their own native language, but English is used in schools, institutions, and government addressings. Most Ugandan are fluent. They are also addressed by World Linguistic Society as the best English speakers in Africa. Number 2, South Africa. I'm sure you have made friends or have met someone from South Africa before, and you know that their English are perfect. This is because English is also their official language alongside 11 or 10 other. They have their own version and accent, similarly to how Canada, America, Scotland, Ireland, and Australia have their own accent and their version of English. We've done some research, and apparently sometimes when you say late, it could mean somebody has died. Well, make sure to use it at the right time and right place. Not only that, we all know that there is a big chunk of British population residing in South Africa at the moment. This is because South Africa used to be colonized by Britain, and Britain still has the governing power over South Africa, similarly to how they do in Canada, where the government of Canada can decide everything, but it has to be finalized by the Queen first in order to move on with their legislation, law changes, everything. Number 3, Nigeria. This is another country that has English as their official language. It is taught in schools and institutions and is used widely by retailers, government, and so on. However, despite this, the statistics says only 53% of the whole population can actually communicate English perfectly. Well, yeah, I know that sounds a little too little, and you're probably wondering why it's on this list in the first place. But if you look at the number of population, that 53% means 79 million people. Now we look at it that way, it's quite a big number. That's probably more than the UK population. And let's move to South America. Number 1, Guyana. You know, it could have sounded like Guyana, but I'm sure Guyana, that is how you call it. This is another travel destination that English is, again, their official language, and is influenced by British English because it used to be part of the British colony, but theirs is a lot more unique and a lot more different because they have some touches of Africa and East India. This is called Guyanese Creole. However, if you get to see schools or institutions in Guyana, you'll see that they use British English as their basics. Number 2, Bahamas. I'm sure everybody has Bahamas on the bucket list. If you don't already, you'll add it sooner or later because a photo of the place or pictures of the place are out on social media and all over the internet. And so many influencers visit the place. It is the same situation as Guyana, and Bahamas have their own regional language. If to speak among each other, I am sure they're gonna speak their native language, which is pretty influenced by English, so it will sound English-ish. But if they see that you're tourists, they'll just switch their mode and speak to you with proper English. And the last country, number 3, Jamaica. According to the internet, where all the magical things happen, there's a misconception that Jamaica have their own English or their own English standard. But a lot of Jamaicans would actually disagree and say, no, their English is pretty much British standard because they were part of the British colony and they have never neglected that standard since. Unless you're talking about the native language, which is called Patillos, I think it's either French or Spanish. So rest assured, Jamaicans can understand you no matter what accent you have. Anyways, I hope you like this video and find it helpful. If you want to find out about countries who speak perfect English in Europe and Asia, click the link below. As usual, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, leave some comments. Maybe you agree or disagree with our list and you want to add that on. Just leave all of them in the comment below. And lastly, don't forget to visit compareholidaymoney.com to find all the best travel tips in the blog section and find the best exchange rates you can get around. Anyways, I will see you guys again in the next video. Ciao!